As most of you will know by now, we actually took our boat into central London over winter. Now unfortunately London's got a bit of a bad reputation for break-ins on boats, but we didn't want to let that put us off exploring the capital. A company called Reolink reached out at perfect time just before we went into sort of central London itself. They reached out and offered us a couple of their security cameras, a pair of Argus 3s. We've been using these since November, so a good 6 months of usage now, and they're honestly one of the best upgrades we've made to the boat. We've been away from the boat on multiple trips now, and having 24/7 access to the cameras just takes the edge off and just helps us relax that little bit more. Reolink have been working on upgrading the Argus range. They sent us a brand new 4 Pro to review. Looking at the features, it's a completely different beast, and yeah, can't wait to share it with you. Right, first things first, I'll get these unboxed, then I'll probably have to get the camera on charge, then I'll go through the setup and then the install. First up, we've got the 6-watt solar panel. That's Reolink solar panel 2, 6 watts. It's got the panel itself, which goes straight into USB-C. Then you've got an adjustable mount there, which can be attached with either the strap. I tend to use a Jubilee clip, just a little bit stronger. They've added now a piece of foam, which I think goes in like that. Does it go the other way? That goes on with the strap, and then the foam goes on so that you don't scratch the mounting surface. That's new. There's also an adapter that takes it down to USB, micro USB, the older one. They also do a smaller solar panel, but really the more charge you can get the better, so I'd always recommend the big one, the 6-watt. Then got one box, that's 2 solar panels. Then the Argus 4 Pro itself. As you can see, it's a twin lens camera, and then the computer within it actually stitches the 2 images together, so you get a 180-degree view. Micro SD slot as usual. USB slot in the back for charging. Looks like a new mount for this as well. USB charging cable, strap and bracket. Fits on here. Made out of metal now, so that is an improvement over the older models. Right, I'm going to pop this on charge and then go through the setup with you.
Welcome to Reolink. Please install the Reolink app and scan the QR code on the camera.
Right, that should be charged enough for now. So I'm going to click add for add new. It's going to bring up a little scanner like this to link with the... Just set up the Wi-Fi now. Wow. First thought, you can see how big or how wide the viewing range is. There's a huge field of view on there. There's loads of settings for you to adjust the image stitching. Fine tune distance to achieve the best effect. Oh, I see. So depending where you're going to be pointing this, you can adjust the distance so that it sort of fine tunes where it blends the 2 cameras. So we'll have a play with that once I mount this in a second. Siren. Cool. Custom sound. Alright, you can custom record a siren, so I could literally shout, "Get off my boat!"
Get off my boat.
That is wicked.
Get off my boat.
I don't know if that's a new feature for
Get off my boat.
the 4 or if I can do that on the older models. I didn't realise you could do that.
Get off my boat. Get off my boat.
I don't know if that would just make the burglars laugh or they'd actually get off the boat. I don't sound very threatening, do I? Maybe I'll get Danny to say something. Just going to get this bracket mounted, ready to fit. So for our current set, we've got the Argus Go Ultra pointing backwards and one of the Argus 3 Ultras facing the doors. I'm going to swap this one over now with the newer 4. I'm getting confused with all the names and numbers in my head. The sun's gone, isn't it? We've already got a 6-watt solar panel out here, so I'll use the existing one. That plugs in. Right, let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, field of view is crazy. It says 180 degrees, which looking at that, I think that's right. I'll put a screenshot of the 3 up. Got a little bit rained off there earlier on. I thought I'd wait until it gets dark now anyway, because that's normally when the bad guys come out. It's now 10:30. This camera I read has got, rather than your traditional, or not traditional, but on the older model you had a light that would come on and then it would switch modes. This, I don't think it's actually got a light, but it gives full colour night vision, so it'll be interesting to see what this actually looks like. Oh no, we've got torches, that's good, because I actually think that's a deterrent for anyone getting on the boat, and for when we get back late at night. You can actually see what we're doing. Love it. Got 3 individual LEDs. See how close I get to the boat. Still sensing me, I think. Right. Well, I'm ages away from the boat and it sensed me. So that's with the LEDs on. I'll put the actual screen recording up. Have a little mess around with the settings just to turn the sensitivity down a little bit, because I only really want it to sense it if someone actually did get on the boat. And I think it's sensing a little bit of movement in the hedge at the minute just from the tree, so it's putting the light on and off. Right, just change the quality up to high as well. I had it on low before. So there's 2 settings here for the resolution. I had it on fluent before, which helps if you've got lower Wi-Fi signal. It will send less data basically, and then put it into clear. It's in clear now. This is a 4K camera. Most of the ones on Reolink site are actually 4K anyway. Right, I'm going to bed. So I've actually just got back from a few-day trip over on Jersey with Danny, and yeah, safe to say the cameras held the fort. No one broke in, no reports of anyone even getting on the boat, although a couple of ducks did get a little bit close and set the sensor off. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much to Reolink for sponsoring the video and obviously sending us the cameras and making us feel that much better about leaving the boat. I'll leave a link to the new Argus 4 Pro down in the description and pinned comment. If you've got any questions, please send them across. I've used 3 or 4 of their different cameras now, so more than happy to send recommendations for your particular use case. Our friends Ben and Ree have actually gone for, I can't think of the name, I'm terrible, fully rotating ones. So there's like, yeah, different cameras they've got for so many different people's wants and needs. I know these videos aren't for everyone, but if you live on a boat or in a van, or if you live in a house, that covers most bases. And need security cameras, they do all sorts. So yeah, thanks so much, Reolink. I'll leave the links like I said, and yeah, I'll see you next week, because I'm actually due to go and sign into the dry dock now, ready to do the blacking. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next week. Thank you to our patrons. Sorry, good morning from the dry dock. Just quickly, there's a feature that I've got to mention, which is the colour night vision actually saves 30% on the battery life. So when you're along the canal and sometimes the solar gets blocked, it gives you an extra 30% battery life rather than using infrared technology like some of the older models and alternative brands. So yeah, also I'll leave the code, will be Danni Joe, and it'll get you 5% off. If you order it today, it'll be pre-order, but the link for the full purchase will be ready to go tomorrow from the 10th of May. Lovely, thank you, and see you next week.